Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the cute card we're making today. Look at these gorgeous daffodils and they've got a lot of lovely dimension to them. Aren't they so pretty? So let's show you how to do this. Now you're going to be using the daffodil dies that are in the mini catalogue, the new mini catalogue, and these are they. There is a ton of dies. This is what I haven't used. These are the dies that I have used. As I said, there's a ton of them that all come in a set, and when you get them all they can seem really overwhelming, but please don't be afraid. So it's a lot of dies that you get. I think you get an amazing number of dies, 24 in the set, so really a good number. But some of them are repeats, so you can makes everything so easy. You get two long dies. These are the leaves, and these are fairly easy. So you've got these two long dies here, and those are the two leaves like that. So we can put those away now. Then you have two pieces like this, and this gives you the sepal and the stalk, and those are quite obviously those ones there. So we have that. And then we have these little pieces here that I've used for sort of true leaves. You've got these pieces here, and you can layer these two pieces up or you can have them separately, and I've decided to have them separately. So that's what those two pieces are for. Okay, so let's get on to the flowers. You can tell your base pieces are flowers because there's no intricate detail in the centre. You have a few pieces here. Those ones there. Now these two you can see are exactly the same. This means you can just cut out more at a time. And you've got this one, and then you've got these two pieces again which are exactly the same. So you've got some multiples, and this just means you can cut out a lot of flowers quickly. So those would be your base pieces. Okay, so I've cut mine out already, so you can see here that little piece there. You can see here that piece there. That's that one over there. That's that one there. So really quite simple, and I've cut those pieces out of Daffodil Delight cardstock. So those big pieces that have no detail in the centre, those are your base. I'll put those away. Then we have our intricate pieces that give our fine detail, and these are they. Again, these two pieces here are exactly the same. It allows for, and these two here, it just means you can cut out more quickly. So you can see here that I've done this. You can see my pieces here, and these are cut out in crushed curry. So I just wanted to show you the way the dies go and what they're cut out. And now we can start to assemble our flowers. So yeah, let's start with our base pieces of our daffodil, and I'm going to use some Tombow for ease. And the best thing to do is, let's put these to the side. Start with the first one, find our piece that's going to match. It's going to be this one here, and you just need to make sure you get it in the right orientation, and you can see here it fits really simply. And then to make sure I remember that orientation, I just flip this over like a book. And then I'm just going to put a very small amount of Tombow. Oopsie daisy. And just flip this back over. Just like that. Okay. And there's your first one done. So let's do the next one. Again, we've got a piece here, and you can just keep messing it around until you feel that you're in the right orientation. I don't think that's right. Yeah, that's sitting perfect. So then, just once you've got the orientation, so you don't forget it, just flip it over like you're opening the page of a book, and that way you won't forget what your orientation is. And the Tombow is great because it gives you that wiggle room to get everything perfectly lined up like that. So these are our first two. So let's move on to this one here. This is the other shape that we've got. And let's see if we can figure out, yeah, which way it's meant to go. I think that is right. So over it goes again. And I hope you do like daffodils. I certainly do. I love them. Tulips are my favourite, but daffodils are not far behind. I have plenty of pictures of daffodils as well. When I was in London, we used to regularly go to the Chelsea Flower Show. I used to take tons of pictures of the daffodils on the one stand, Walker stand, always had beautiful daffodils, and I always used to take a zillion and one pictures of them. They're just such happy flowers, so pretty and yellow, and so lovely to see after a long winter, so I really like them. So let's do these trumpet bits. And I love how detailed these dies are, that you have all these different bits, so you can layer this up as much or as little as you like. And of course, if you wanted to add extra detail to this, you could also sponge all the edges of everything, and that would add even more detail to everything. Okay, let's see, where are we gonna, oopsie daisy, don't need that bit. Let's check we've got this in the right orientation. No, let's flip one of them. Check it matches up. It does. So that's good. And again, just a tiny amount. You need a fine tip. You could use adhesive sheet and cut everything out with adhesive sheet as well if you wanted to. But for this I prefer to do it myself like this, but then I can get a little bit more texture and dimension to everything I'm doing. And then this last little piece goes on just like that. And we're just gonna slip it on here perfectly, just like that. And this silicone mat really makes it easy, so glue hopefully won't go all over your craft mat and everywhere else. So let's get rid of that and let's start to assemble our card. So we're going to assemble our flowers first, and I'm going to have these two pieces on top of each other, so I'm going to put a dot of Tombow just in the centre, and this is one of the reasons I didn't want adhesive sheet on everything, because I just want only a dot, and then I'm just going to offset this however I want it, and I think that'll do. Give it a press down, and then you can, which is what I'm doing here, just give the petals a little shape. You can use your bone folder. I'm just using my fingers here just to give them even more shape. And then I'm going to add this piece on top here, and again I'm only going to put glue at the bottom again so that I can give everything a bit more dimension. Let's see, where do we want it? Somewhere like that will do. Perfectly fine. Whoopsie daisy. Just press it down so it'll take. And if you want, you can go in and just mould the top a bit like that, or you can see where I've got the dimension there. I think the camera's caught that. So there you've got one, and then we've got our base here. So again, I'm going to give this some dimension just around my finger, because that's what I've got here, and just a little bit of glue at the bottom to hold everything together. And I'm just going to place this down here, give it a press so it'll take. And I'm just going to as well give these leaves a bit more, these petals, a bit more dimension like that. Okay, so our card base is Daffodil Delight, and on top of that I've got a piece here of the, I can't remember the name of it, I think it's the Good Year or something. designer series paper. All the measurements and everything, supply list and everything will be on the blog post on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. We actually have made this card, I should know it, in a recent card club, because I do host a monthly online card club in my Facebook group, and this is one of the projects we actually made in card club. So it's an online card club, so anyone can join in. So if you're interested, all the details are on the website and the link is below, so do check that out. I'd love you to come and craft with me. It'd be so much fun. So there we've got our base down. Now we're going to decide where we want our flowers to go. I think something like that will do me. So let's put just a little bit. I'm not too precious about how much glue I have on here. You don't need to absolutely, drown everything in glue. You really don't. I think sometimes you see newbies and they're scared of it, understandably, and everything's going to come off and they drown the creation in glue, and you really don't need that much. Okay, so let's do some leaves. And you can always chop off anything that overhangs, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to actually have this one like that. And then let's have this one going the other way. Okay, and let's put our flowers down. I'm just putting again just a small amount so we don't lose all of that dimension. You could put as well some what you call those dimensionals in here as well, just like that. And then we're going to have a little bud here, I think, coming off somewhere there. Lay it on, and let's put these pieces down as well. I'm going to use these, as I said, as some extra leaves. So I'm going to tuck. This is when it's good that you haven't put too much glue down, because then you can just tuck things and shift things to get things exactly how you want them. Okay, and I've got glue all over my fingers, even though I try always not to. It never works. I always end up with glue everywhere, but hey ho, that's the way we roll. And I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to put this one here. Eek, been quite fussy here. Oops, oh well. I'll put this down, and then we'll just put this back like that. So, pretty daffodils. And then we are just going to cut off a bit here that overhung, like that. And now, with my glue covered fingers, we are going to try and tie a bow. And I'm using the gingham bumblebee ribbon, which is this gorgeous deeper yellow. So let's just try and tie a half adequate bow. Eek. Okay. What do you think? Shall we just give up the ghost and say that'll do? I think so. Small but imperfectly formed, but tried with a lot of love. Okay, let's get some glue dotties and stick this down with the glue dots. I'm just going to put this just down here at the bottom. And there, your daffodil cards. So I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please consider subscribing to future videos. As I said, this is one of the cards we made in Card Club, which is an online event that happens in my Facebook group every month. So do come and check it all out. And the links to that and all my social media links and my blog and my website and everything else is all in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.